You hold too heinous a respect of grief.
He talks to me that never had a son.
You are as fond of grief as of your child.
Grief fills the room up of my absent child. Lies in his bed, walks up and down with me, puts on his pretty looks, repeats his words, stuffs out his vacant garment with his form. Then have I reason to be fond of grief?
You never cried for him.
I only ever cry. Proportion.
Deception. Misconception.
No one would even know.
No one?
I know. I would know. How do you know that?
It's my favourite poem from your last book.
He's actually read my poetry.
Yeah, I recognise quite a lot of it today.
And isn't it fun how you heard it and you received it, and whether you thought it was poetry or some self-indulgence on my part, just playing with Jerome, you made something of it for yourself.
Thank you.
Yes?
Could I interrupt you for a moment?
I'm so glad you did, because that was one of my thoughts as I was falling asleep last night, was that line and thinking, you should interrupt me.
It was almost right.
Because that bit about the end of that line, which is you are so much a part of the process of performance, I think if you can cut that out of me, that would be a great
whether you thought it was
favour.
Well, how did it go?
You made something of it for yourself. You are so much a part of this process.
Could I ask you a quick question?
Is it that time already? Do we have time for questions? I don't think so. I think I'll just leave it at that. I can't quite think, you know. Today has been totally out of order.
Enough.
Today began with a whinge and went without so much as a by your leave. Cynical leave-taking. Should have something or other. Might have damned impudence and
just run those lines.
this blah 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 stuff.
Keep missing, not really listening properly. Great concession we have. We've got a long way to go, haven't we? Words.
Got through that.
Just as you were speaking those lines, really out of crafty stuff.
Here we go.
Yep.
Okay, today, I think I'll leave. All right, I'm sorry.
That's why.
I didn't realise it was that time already. Do we have time for questions? I think I'll leave it at that. I can't quite think, you know. Today has been totally out of order.
You should stop now.
Today began with a whinge and went out without so much as a by your leave.
Enough. Cynical leave taking, do you say that? Cynical leave taking.
Pardon me. Yeah. It sold out, cynical leave taking.
Enough. Leave it be.